Question number 3, Andrew Bailey.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. How is the government helping councils increase housing supply?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, on Sunday the government announced that the Crown Fibre Holdings, our successful UFB investment company, will be repurposed as Crown Infrastructure Partners to introduce new ways of funding the roading and watering infrastructure needed to build further houses in our fast-growing cities. Right now, some councils are starting to come up against their borrowing limits, limiting how much extra land they can open up for development and constraining their supply of housing. Supported by up to $600 million in capital from the Crown, Crown Infrastructure Partners will use private capital to keep the debt off councils' books and ensure that growth pays for growth in our fastest-growing cities.
Very good. Supplementary, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, Andrew Bailey.
What are the first projects Crown Infrastructure Partners will assess?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, the Auckland South project is the first that will be assessed as a possible special purpose vehicle project. It forms part of a large $387 million infrastructure development opportunity to the south of Auckland City, including investments in water networks, new train stations and major new roading arterial projects. If successful, this will increase the supply of new houses in that area by around 17,800, where the current infrastructure can only support 3,000 houses. Another project is in Wainui, an area to the north of Auckland. Investments in roading and water infrastructure there have the capacity to lift development from 2,000 houses to 5,500 houses.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Andrew Bailey.
Will Crown Infrastructure Partners be open to councils around the country?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, yes it will. The goal with Crown Infrastructure Partners is to transform how local council infrastructure is funded in high-growth councils throughout New Zealand, using the commercial expertise and experience that Crown Fibre Holdings has gained through the successful ultra-fast broadband program. As such, it will be open to all councils who put forward high-quality development proposals that fast-track the supply of new housing and supply funding over time to support the finance.
Supplementary, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, Andrew Bailey.
What other moves has the government made in respect of housing infrastructure?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, just over 2 weeks ago the government announced the funding for 9 key local infrastructure projects as part of the $1 billion Housing Infrastructure Fund. The interest-free loans and advances extended to the fast-growing councils of Auckland, Hamilton, Waikato, Tauranga and Queenstown Lakes will open enough land up to build 60,000 new houses over the next 10 years. Crown Infrastructure Partners is the logical next step in infrastructure funding following the Housing Infrastructure Fund.
Question number 4, Madam Fox.